Hey there, YouTubers, friends, Pythonistas. It's June 9th. I changed my intro. I say Pythonistas kind of as a signal when I'm going to talk about Python some, Python being a computer language, still popular in 2019. I've been with it since around 1.6 and we're up to 3.6, more like 3.8 at the time of this recording. At the time of this recording, I had recently seen this movie called The House of Tomorrow, which is about a boy being raised by his grandma named Nana. He calls her that, and she wants him to be the next Buckminster Fuller. And since I am a Buckminster Fuller fan myself, and a lot of the content of my channel has been devoted to various aspects of the Bucky story, it makes sense that I would pay some attention to a movie like that. And the thing is, I'm not a super expert on like punk music and stuff, and in fact, a lot of things I'm not an expert on. I don't know a ton about a lot of stuff. Like I went to a fancy school, I have a pretty good education, but that doesn't make me a know-it-all. I don't. Okay, so I'm showing off a process here where you teach yourself stuff. One of the things is to challenge yourself to just learn Python, obviously. But in the context of these other APIs, i.e., these other objects that can do some serious work for you, like while you're learning Python, you might as well just start at the top and learn pandas and NumPy kind of while you're learning Python. Don't like exhaustively learn Python top to bottom. It's a deep language. There's lots to learn before you get to these other tools. Like learn them all together. And even when I teach beginner or intro Python, I jump over to these tools from time to time so that people can see, why is Python popular? Well, it's because we get to use tools like this. Now, what do I mean by tools like this? Well, for one, Jupyter Notebooks, which by double clicking on a cell here, you see that I am in the process of editing this, and I'm just trying to learn some stuff. I'm trying to learn about, okay, this is called LaTeX. This is not a language that I know super super well. It's for doing typesetting of math expressions. But I don't just sit down and rattle out LaTeX. I have to look up everything up or cut and paste. And but I try, to pick up the language as I do that. I don't just cut and paste, right? I study. And similar things are going on here when it comes to the half-lives of different radioactive ionizing radiation, the things where they spit out beta, gamma, and alpha, and neutrons, just plain old neutrons, are really devastating if you get the high energy ones. So watch out for those. That's what that neutron bomb talk was about. You don't want to get hit by alpha particles either, but they have a hard time getting into you. So, but if you breathe them in or eat something with alpha emitters, like if it gets in through, you just do an in-breath. And right after Fukushima, like there's lots of stuff in the air that dies out pretty quickly because short half-life. Some of these cesiums and iodides and stuff, they die off quickly, but for while they're there, they're bad. And if you breathe one in, you've got this ticker in you now that just shoots out little bullets for the rest of your life or whatever. So this is cobalt. That's something else. Cobalt's used to irradiate a lot of food. Like we deliberately ionize things to kill it to some degree so that we can ship it around like hamburgers and stuff. You don't want them to decay too fast. I know from Food Not Bombs, my work there, that we wouldn't touch meat, right? We're only doing produce, and even that decays fast enough. So it's like you serve the same day or whatever. I had a refrigerator, and I'd keep stuff here for people, even freeze it sometimes. So, okay, I'll end with the fact that I'm learning about sieverts and all these different units. Now, sieverts are very complicated units. I haven't seen a unit like it, really. It's not like feet and inches where you've just got, something like length. It's very derived in that you have to kind of know the medical effects on the quality of life of, like, when I hit you with, if I punch you in the face, or if I just say I punched you, where did I punch you? How did I punch you? For how long did I punch you? Did I just, like, punch could be this very vague thing. And even if we know the energy involved, it's like I bumped you on the shoulder. Like maybe we were in a mosh pit, we like banged together. But if that all that energy was directed at one of your organs, like if I poked you in the eye or something, or punched you in the nose, that's more directed of the same amount of energy, but it could do more damage because it hit you where it hurt, so to speak. So that's what Sieverts try to do. They talk about the effective dose. It's like, okay, you got hit with radiation, you can give us an energy number, but we want you to refine it. And it gets really detailed how Sieverts work. And of course, you don't usually know in the case of some individual, you may not have any idea exactly what their Sievert exposure has been because it would require a lot of information you're trying to guess at. Like, was there alpha particles in that? Well, we're not really sure. Anyway, I'll go on to talk about some radiation stuff another time. I just wanted to extol this as a good way to learn something you may not know yourself. Get a Jupyter notebook going, commit to getting some data and displaying it, like data visualization, and do some like data science research. Watch a bunch of YouTubes at the end, or collect a bunch of YouTubes, which is what I've been doing. And then share it on GitHub if you feel like it. And this is something any student can do. It's not just like, oh, the teacher does this. No, everybody does this. This is how we learn. It's the school of tomorrow. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.